I've been covering film and movies basically all my life, and I've critiqued, I've had criticism, I've had praise for every media, for everything I've seen, whether it be good, bad, or even in the middle. Arcane is based off this game called League of Legends, which I've heard of, but I've never played. I'm not a gamer. I've no knowledge, and nothing about this stuff. So when I kept on hearing the uproar of this series that Netflix has produced, that has 100% Rotten Tomatoes score, the hype. I mean, I haven't like heard of this hype since like Breaking Bad, Sons of Anarchy. You can even say like anime wise, Tower of God, Demon Slayer, so on and so on. So the when I said let's do it, I subscribed to Netflix and I went straight for Arcane. And listen, guys, I am like the hardest critic. I will find at least something about whatever I'm watching that I think could be been improved on. But if there's nothing, or if there's more good, I will praise the hell out of it. Arcane is a series I absolutely have no criticism towards. Arcane is the first anything that is media has brought me that I'm just baffled, because I love this series so much after I went from beginning, middle to end. I tried. I really dug deep to see, is there anything that I would change? Was there anything wrong in my experience? I mean, if I'm gonna nitpick maybe one thing, it's just like one song I didn't like in the series. That's it. The characters were rich, written so well. The storyline, the action. Oh my god, don't get me started on the animation. I haven't seen animation like this since Into the Spiderverse, when it blew my mind. It took a while to get used to, but it blew my mind. And even Claws, the nominated film, I believe it won awards too. Claws is up there as well. The animation is like those two, with sprinkled with a little bit of Final Fantasy Advent Children, but ahead of its time, basically. The animation in this series is phenomenal. And yes, maybe there's one little scene here and there that, like, oh yeah, you might have rendered that a little bit more, but the whole thing is clean, man. The whole thing is to perfection. I have never came across a series. There was at one time very close when it came to Breaking Bad. At first, I thought it was Game of Thrones. Even with anime, right? Anime, you have Cowboy Bebop. I think Gurren Lagann, like. But I've never come across just an overall show, just an overall series that has impacted me as much as I thought it would impact me. I did not think this series was going to captivate me. I didn't even think I was going to understand any of the elements that it was presenting. But as I started episode 1 and as I continued on, it is crystal clear. They map this whole thing out for you. It is very, very easy to follow along what is going on. And I think the core element, I've seen a lot of series really focus on this. And I think this is what makes a lot of series, why people are so engaged with a lot of great, fantastic series down throughout, TV and film history, is the aspect of relationships. It's the aspect of family, siblings, that this is thrown at us once again, but to great lengths, and really caring of, this element to it, this element to the story. There is a lot of Full Metal Alchemist in here. There is a lot of just I would even say a little bit of Breaking Bad, a little bit. There is intentions that we deemed evil or villainous, but there's another layer to that. There is a reason why these characters are doing such things. We think one character is such a good-hearted person, but then when you kind of peel the layers, you see that they're doing more harm than good. there is a sibling aspect and relationship in this series that really makes it, is the heart of it, right? Is the Full Metal Alchemist, Demon Slayer, Tanjiro, and Nezuko kind of flavor. But it's done in such a great way. Characters in this series, every single one. I'm not even playing every single one. And yes, you'll have your favorites. You either love Vandar and how fatherly he is, yet he was a pirate. You'll love maybe Vi, who is a very who's a badass, who kicks ass, but also loves her sister, and but yet does things along the way, and she's just trying to find her sister again. Or you might love my absolute favorite, Jinx. Jinx, really mentally just breaking down, wasn't very confident when she was a kid, and still and just developed so well throughout her childhood. She can hold her own. She is a survivor, but yet there is many things mentally. She's depressed. His depression is right there. There's scars. There's memories. She was absolutely my favorite. Absolutely. But then you have other characters like Jace. You have other characters like Silco. Silco, one of the best written villainous characters, who you could say not had good intentions, honestly. Every character, like Echo, little characters in this series, like Cat, or well, I wouldn't even say a little character, but Caitlyn in here, just all these characters you absolutely invest in, you absolutely care about, you absolutely, when they talk or they do something, you're engaged. This is the type of show that is probably one of the probably the best written media I have seen in such a long time. The one thing I really have to compare this to Breaking Bad a little bit, because I remember when the hype was so high on Breaking Bad, and this is an animated series, but I'm not going to even put this is, when I say greatest of all time, I'm talking about just in general show, just in general first season of anything. This is the greatest of all time. That's why I'm talking about Breaking Bad, because the hype was so high with Breaking Bad, yet it lived up to the hype. And I think the ending really lived up to the hype of that series as well. It was probably a damn near perfect series if I ever seen one, until this came along. I am praising it. I am speaking to the world. I am with every other reviewer who has reviewed this. I am with every other common person who has binge watched any Netflix series, or who is engaged in, or who is loves this series, this all overall game too. League of Legends. I am with them. I am speaking high. I am shouting to the sky. This is probably the greatest series I've ever seen. 9 episodes, went by fast. The pacing was amazing. And what a series could do that makes you want to go like, holy moly, it was worth every single time well spent, is when you want to know what the heck happens after the finale. You want that season 2 right away. This series has it all. It has great music. Like I said, there's only like one song in the very beginning I didn't necessarily like. You know how they liked it? Kind of reminded me of AMV, where people put together like their favorite anime show and then they put like their favorite Evanescence song. It's kind of like that. But along the way, the music, and then even the score that creeps in. Oh, do I love score music. And I think the score was fantastic in here. I think overall the soundtrack, when it came to, like, I think Imagine Dragons was in here. A lot of famous like artists were in here. It really blended so well together. I can't praise the pacing enough, though. I mean, I started one day, I finished the next. I had to continue watching each episode because it really grabbed you, and it really moved so well, and there wasn't a wait. It was kind of like not wasted movement when it came to really stretching the story, continuing the story, really going for the beats, really going setting up characters, setting up consequences, learning why a character ticks like they tick. Like, it was just phenomenal. It was an experience that I didn't think I was going to ever have, and people were right. People are calling this a masterpiece. I think this holds up. I think 10 years down the line, if you go back and just rewatch the whole 9 episodes, I don't know how season 2 is going to be. Hopefully season 2 lives up with season 1, but we'll see. But season 1 right now, like 10 years down the line, it's going to hold up. Now, if it goes a Game of Thrones route where, it just really loses it, then it's a damn shame. Then you can't really say it's the greatest of all time. It is only one season, but for this one season, man, I am shook in such a good way, because I have no critique. I have nothing that I would change. I applaud the people who really put their efforts and work. The voice acting was absolutely phenomenal. I love the voice actor of Silco. I think he did a marvelous job to really bring a powerful, snake-like villain, yet a sincere father figure at the same time. Jinx, hyper, very energetic, very confused. When it came to the moments where she does break down, you feel it in the voice acting. Vi, everybody know who's Haley Stanfield, I believe her name is. Kate Bishop. She's been in the game for a long time. She really captures Vi. She really captures Vi. It makes me not really think of her, but yet Vi. Vi is her own kind of character. The voice acting was absolutely phenomenal in this series. I gotta say though, what really left a great impression with me was Silco and the relationship with Jinx. Now, I didn't know where this was going at first, but I did like the thought. In the series, he does end up adopting Powder, aka Jinx. And that relationship, in the beginning, I talk about how it's really about like the sisterly sibling relationship, the heart of it all. But I think the heart of the first season was a lot of Silco and Jinx. Silco had one ambition and one striving for, taking over, having power, but yet having a reason why he's doing it, to actually help the people, to actually. There's a lot of high class, lower class, really voicing in this series, really showcasing the politics of it all. And if you're either born or with power, or you're born in the gutter. But the Silco and Jinx relationship is, I believe, what I really took away from a lot, because I just really haven't seen such powerful stuff, such powerful lines that are in this particular relationship when it comes to the back and forth. This show showcases, with the right writing, with the right team, with the right voice, everything together, and the passion of bringing this together, a game licensed property. Everybody knows gaming and film, and just in general, you could even say sometimes in animated films, like, Final Fantasy, Spirit Within, or even like some of the Resident Evil films, they just don't do it. It's more of a cash grab. They really gaming kind of type media. If it's not the games and they try to do it for the big screen or the small screen, it always fails. Some are, some like Sonic, like a lot of people like Sonic. I like Sonic, but this is the lifeline, man. This is the lifeline. This is the proof that you need, that if you really come to it and you really understand the property and you really showcase the strengths of all around your team, and you have a plan, and you're just ready to really not only give the fans what they want, which I am not, like I said, I don't play the game, but I've heard that a lot of fans absolutely are ecstatic by this and can't wait for season 2 as well. And just give newbies like me to really say, okay, I'll try it, even though I don't think I'm going to like it. And then to really deliver on something, to really showcase what they're made of and what they could do with the property of honestly, anything. What this team did with this property right here, though, is they showed that it can be done, and it can be done the right way. And my God, Arcane deserves all the acclaim, all the awards, everything you could think of. This show has a heart. This show has integrity. This show has a heart. This show has everything that you want in suspense, thrilling storylines, characters, soundtrack, like you name it, they have it. They did their homework. They knocked it out of the park. I am ecstatic. I cannot wait for season 2. This is a phenomenal series. Go watch it. It's on Netflix, 9 episodes. This is the greatest series, season 1, at least season 1 that I have ever seen. There is no critique I can give it. There's no criticism I can give it. It's perfect. It is a masterpiece. Now, will it sustain that masterpiece label? We will have to see when they continue doing more seasons with the series. But so far, so good. Phenomenal. I'm telling you, I'm the biggest critique. You know I am, but this is phenomenal. I'm Danny Man, aka Daniel's son. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Just push it. Come support the channel. I have more reviews. I have more thoughts on this Arcane. I'll be talking more individual characters in the future. Also, like the video. Just click the like button. And yeah, I appreciate everybody who's watching. Hit the bell icon just to be notified too. Phenomenal. Masterpiece. 12 out of 10. What can I say? Arcane, you the best.